In the background section, the paper explained that rapid population growth and decreasing availability of arable land are placing pressure on global food production. Traditional agricultural approach such as irrigation, fer- fertilizers, and breeding are no longer sufficient to meet future demands. Photosynthesis as the primary source of carbon and energy for plant growth. The river becomes a critical target for improvement. The aim of the aim of this study is to examine how photosynthesis can be optimized to support crop productivity under future climate scenario. The article showed that although many assume plants photosynthesis is already highly efficient, there is still significant room for improvement. C3 plants in particular experience major limitation due to photorespiration, inefficient light use, and slow catalysis rate of rubisco. Environmental stress like heat, drought, and excess like future reduce photosynthesis performance. From this background, several research gap and identified identified first two mechanisms of how photosynthesis adapt to light, temperature, and oxygen fluctuation are still not complexly understood. Second, genetic manipulation of Rubisco and Calvin Benson cycle enzymes has shown limited success in producing strong improvement. Third, the molecular process that controls oxygen diffusion, both stomata and with, within mesopyle tissue remain unclear. Additionally, plant response to long-term effluent oxygen are inconsistent across different species and their instill weak evidence showing a direct link between enhanced photosynthesis and increased fall yields. These gaps indicate the need for deeper integrate, integrated research to develop strategies that genuinely improve photosynthesis efficiency in the context of global climate change. Today, we will present our research on a review article titled Photosynthesis Research Under Climate Change. This paper discusses how climate change, such as rising temperature, fluctuating light, affect oxygen, and reduce nutrient availability, creates major challenge for plant photosynthesis. Since global food demand is expected to increase by nearly 70% by 2050, photosynthesis plays a crucial role in sustaining future crop productivity. The author highlights several key limitations in photosynthesis, include stomatal and mesopyle conductance, Rubisco performance, electron transport efficiency, the Kelvin-Benson cycle, and non-photochemical quenching. The review also outlines potential genetic, biochemical, and psychological strategies that could improve photosynthesis efficiency and help plants adapt to changed climate conditions. Now, I will present the research question, hypothesis, and objective of this study. Author. This article is a review. The authors clearly frame several guiding questions. The main research question is how can photosynthesis efficiency be improved to meet future food demands under climate change conditions? In addition, the study asks how entrenched limitations such as stomatal and mesophil conduction, Rubisco performance, electron transport, and the Kelvin-Benson cycle restrict crop productivity, and how environmental factors like temperature, oxygen, and nitrogen affect photosynthesis. From this question, the author proposed an implied hypothesis, namely that enhancing K limited step in the photosynthesis process through genetic engineering, biomechanical manipulation, improve like use efficiency, and photorespiratory bypass can significantly increase photosynthetic performance and support crop growth in future climates. Based on this, the article outlines its main objective. First, to review the major internal bottlenecks that reduce photosynthesis efficiency. Second, to examine how climate-related stressors impact photosynthesis. And third, to summarize current strategies such as Rubisco engineering, oxygen diffusion improvement, and optimization of the Kelvin-Benson cycle that could enhance photosynthesis. And finally, to identify future research direction for developing crops with higher photosynthesis capacity and better climate resilience.
Next is the theoretical framework and literature link. This article is designed to answer a fundamental question: how can plant photosynthesis efficiency be improved as a solution to the global food crisis and the impact of climate change? The starting point is the understanding that plant photosynthesis, despite having evolved over millions of years, is still far from optimal. The old view that photosynthesis is real. Its maximum limit is now considered irrelevant, as various modern studies show that there are still many weaknesses and obstacles that can be improved through physiological, biochemical, and genetic engineering approaches. The main theoretical framework used consists of 5 interrelated theoretical foundations. The first is the photosynthesis limitation theory, the energy conversion theory, the carbon dioxide diffusion theory, the enzyme kinetic theory, and the last is system biology theory. Then literature link from the article. The article by Long et al. 2015 explain what needs to be done to meet future global food demand. They mentioned that global food production must increase by about 70 at 2050, and improving photosynthetic efficiency is one of the most feasible ways to achieve this. Long et al. Proposed several strategies such as increasing the expression of Calvin cycle enzyme, modifying Rubisco, reducing photorespiration, incorporating CAM mechanisms into C3 plants, and optimizing light capture. This study formed the basis for research on increasing photosynthesis. On the other hand, Kromczyk et al. 2016 saw how photosynthesis enhancement strategies can be applied. They studied at acceleration of the recovery of an excess light protection mechanism called non-photochemical quenching or NPQ. When NPQ recovery is accelerated, plants can return to utilizing light more efficiently after light conditions change. In experiment with tobacco plants, this method increased photosynthesis by about 20% and ultimately increased plant productivity. This result provides clear evidence that photosynthesis enhancement can be implemented. In the article Photosynthesis Research Under Climate Change by Hussein et al., but studies are comprehensive synthesis. This article assesses the success and limitation of its approach and provide guidance for future research. Thus, the interconnection of this literature demonstrates continuity between the long-term vision by Long et al. Evidence of implementation in the field by Kromczyk and a comprehensive evaluation of the latest research development.
For the result, the review shows that photosynthesis is strongly affected by several climate-related stress factors, especially heat flooding, light, and limited carbon dioxide. The studies summarized in the paper indicates that NPQ relaxation is too slow under rapidly changing light, which reduces the plant's ability to capture energy efficiently. The literature also shows that carbon dioxide diffusion through stomata and mesophyll remains one of the major limitations to photosynthesis. In addition, Rubisco and Rubisco activities are reported to be heat sensitive, causing a decline in enzyme activity when temperature rises. Some engineering approaches, such as improving NPQ speed, modifying Rubisco, and enhancing Calvin cycle enzyme, have produced higher photosynthesis rates, but mainly in controlled laboratory conditions. Overall, the results highlight that improving photosynthesis requires multi-combined strategies rather than a single modification. So, based on the discussion session, the findings indicate that climate change reduces photosynthesis efficiently, mainly because of heat stress, fluctuating light, and limited carbon dioxide. The review identifies several major bottlenecks, such as low NPQ adjustment, restricted carbon dioxide diffusion, inefficient Rubisco, and damage to photosystem during environmental stress. One possible explanation is that photosynthesis mechanisms simply cannot adjust quickly enough to rapid environmental change. The paper also shows that several engineering approaches, like improving NPQ speed, enhancing Rubisco performance, and optimizing Calvin cycle enzyme, have produced positive results, but mostly in controlled by laboratory conditions. However, many of these engineered traits do not work consistently in mature crop species. Compared to previous research, this review emphasized the need for combining strategies. Finally, the authors stressed that more research is needed under real climate stress and wild environment.
To conclude, improving the photosynthesis is a key step to helping crop grow better under climate change. From your from our literature review, we found several major problems that limit photosynthesis, such as slow light adaptation or everyone called NPK, limit, limited carbon dioxide movement into the leaf, and produce rubisco activity when the plant experiences stress. The discussion show that show that although many scientific approaches have worked well in control experiments, they often do not produce the same result in real farming conditions. Overall, your our condition study suggests that increasing photosynthesis cannot rely on just one method, multiple strategies, and must be combined. Future research needs to test these combination approaches directly in crop field and so they can truly support global food production. Finally, in futuristic work and limitation, current to enhance photosynthesis still face several limitations. Many promising strategies such as improving NPK or everyone calls slow like adaptation speed to increase the carbon dioxide diffusion and modify Rubisco and often work well in control experiment but do not show consistent results in really wild conditions. In addition, plant response to heat and drought and fluctuating light remain difficult to predict, making it challenging to apply disease improvement to major crop species. And then the futuristic work studies should focus in evaluating these strategies in actual agricultural, environmental, and across larger time period. Researchers also need to develop integrated approaches that combine biomechanical, psychological, and genetic improvement rather than relying to single solution. By addressing this gap, future research can create more reliable and scalable methods for enhancing photosynthesis and support global food production. Thank you for the attention. Thank you for the watching and say goodbye.